The fitness industry has spent a lot of time and money convincing you to obsess over food, overdo it on cardio, and probably do a lot of other things that you're not seeing success with, which is probably why you're watching this video. My name's Megan. I'm a metabolic health expert. I've worked in some of the top medical clinics around the country, as well as some amazing gyms, and I have helped a lot of people lose weight, learn about their body, feel better, and ultimately understand what works for them. And today's video, I'm going to break down the biggest fitness and weight loss lies that you've probably heard, you've probably done, and I'm going to offer you the solutions to fix it instead. And the last one is going to be one that really is going to help you long term. Okay, let's get into it. The first lie I want to talk about is that cardio is king to lose weight. Now, yes, cardio burns fat. Cardio will help you be in a calorie deficit, which will also help you lose fat. But the cardio hype has been dramatically overdone in the last couple decades. And let me explain why. So you do cardio. Let's say you do an hour of cardio every single day. Great, you are burning calories. However, you're also increasing your hunger. If you're doing a lot of high intensity interval work, you're increasing stress on your body, which can also increase cortisol, a stress hormone, as well as keep you inflamed. Whereas we lean into cardio because it's easy to do. Any of us can step on a treadmill or a bike or hop into a cardio-based class. However, and this might offend a few people, look around the gym the next time you're there. Look at the cardio deck. Look at those of us doing cardio, and then look at those of you who are in the weight area. And think to yourself, how do you want to look? Because in my gym, I could tell you those who are just glued, notice I said just glued, to the cardio deck, they're not the ones with the physiques that most of us want. But if you look over in the weight area, especially the free weights, that's where you're probably trying to get to. And now I'm not saying cardio is bad. Cardio is incredibly important. However, you need to mix modalities. Muscle is metabolic protection. Muscle is what's going to help your body composition. And body composition matters a lot more than scale weight. And that's for your health, how you want to look, how you want to feel, preventing disease long term. So if you are someone who is consistently doing your cardio every single day, first off, great work, because you're doing something for yourself and for your health, and you're taking that time and you're dedicating yourself to it. But if you are not doing strength training at all, we need to fix this, because the best solution is going to be to mix modalities. If all you do is cardio, you need to bring some strength training in today. So step one, if you're all cardio, bring in some strength training, lift some weights, get a trainer, invest in a few sessions, because building up muscle increases your metabolism, which increases your fat burn at rest, and it's also protective and healthy for longevity. Okay, lie or misconception number 2 is all around fasting, and this is specifically for women, although this video is for men and women. The lie that we hear consistently is that fasting works the same for both men and women. And I'm here to tell you, fasting is something I do with the right client. However, we get it wrong a lot. A lot of women who come to me are undernourished. They're under eating protein. They're consistently stressed out. They have hormonal issues or thyroid issues, and they immediately want to go to fasting because fasting makes things happen faster. And I am the one to be the bad guy and say, no, absolutely not. You're not fasting. You're not eating your protein. You're not eating the right foods. You are running on E from practices to work to whatever. You are not the right candidate for fasting yet. Because if you're already malnourished, if you already have thyroid imbalances, hormonal imbalances, and you don't know the proper way to fast, I would not recommend it. Because fasting incorrectly can further disrupt thyroid, hormones, metabolic dysfunction. It can raise cortisol, which is that stress hormone that we really want to balance throughout the day. Fasting incorrectly can also disrupt our recovery. And this is where I see it as a male issue as well. I see men who are really big on the fasting train and they see some good results. Midline comes in, they feel more energy, they're finding that fasting helps their gut health, and that's great. However, fasting is only as effective as your eating window. So you can do these amazing fasts. Great, awesome, good for you. Again, this is discipline. This is a good thing. But if in your eating window, you are not able to get the right amount of protein to build muscle, the right amount of nutrients for your thyroid and your hormones to work, fasting is something you should reassess. So men and women do not fast the same. On top of that, if you cannot eat the right foods in the right amounts during your eating window, fasting may not be right for you at this point. Now, on the other hand of it, if you are someone during that eating window, you eat the foods you need to eat. Fasting absolutely can help with insulin resistance, longevity, brain health, gut health. Fasting is an incredible tool. I will not deny that. I, again, put my own clients on fasting. I do fasting in the clinics I work for. But if you haven't mastered the foundations, fasting could really slow your efforts down long term. So fasting for both men and women, although women can be more sensitive to fasting driving issues, I would say across the board, you need to make sure you're having enough protein, enough minerals, enough calories overall, and you need to be strategic about your eating window. Okay, next lie or misconception that I'm seeing all the time right now are GLP-1s are the easy way out. Now, this is going to probably cause some discussion because the conversation around GLP-1s, especially online in the fitness and health community, is very black and white. People feel like it is the easy way out. And I will tell you, if you are on a GLP-1 or if you are going on a GLP-1 and it is appropriately dosed, you still need to have the right foundations. And GLP-1s are a tool. In the medical clinics I work for, I do help patients on a daily basis who are on GLP-1s. It is a tool and it needs to be under the right supervision, because if you are on a GLP-1 and it is incorrectly dosed, that is again when I see people drastically under eating and I see the labs come back and their nutrients are a mess. Their thyroid, their hormones, everything is a wreck. And they're like, but why? And I go through the typical, are you eating the right foods? Are you eating the right amounts? Are you strength training? Are you taking care of your stress and your sleep? And if that person is not doing those things, that GLP-1 could make them unhealthier. So the GLP-1 aspect of this is it's not for everyone. You need to have the right professional and you need to have the right guidance on it, or it's not the easy way out. It could actually lead to muscle loss, bone issues, thyroid dysfunction, cycle and hormone loss for young women. There's a lot of long-term issues on a GLP-1 if not monitored correctly and if you are not doing the right things correctly. So make sure you are talking to the right coach who knows what you should be doing on a GLP-1 from nutrition, stress, sleep, all aspects holistically in your health journey. As I said, I do work with clients on GLP-1s. So my coaching is this: if you are on a GLP-1, if a doctor has put you on a GLP-1, I know exactly what I should do for you so that you get the results and then you don't need to rely on that GLP-1 long term. And with that being said, if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel. There's just a lot more metabolic knowledge to come. Okay, lie or misconception number 4 is light weight and high reps are going to make you toned. And this one might be a little bit more for the women as well, but I see men doing it too. And we have to remember, tone is not a real physiological term. When you say you want to look toned, to me, what I know is you want a lower body fat percentage than you have and probably enough muscle underneath to showcase that. And here is where a lot of women will do the light weights, the Pilates, the body weight, and fear getting into a squat rack or deadlifts or things like that because they don't want to get too bulky. And I'm here to tell you, you are not going to get too bulky. If you have ever done consistent weight training and then gained weight that was probably temporary inflammation, a body recomposition, you didn't give enough time, or the right professional was not there in your corner providing you with the proper macros, calories, and also on the other side, cardio aspects of this. So to reiterate the point, muscle that you create in the gym with demand and progressive overload, that creates the shape and the definition and supports your metabolism so you can keep this look year round. The diet and the right amount of movement outside of the gym, like cardio, walks, whatever that is that's right for you, that is what burns the fat to reveal your hard work. So what is the solution here if you want to look toned? And you can use that term, that's okay, is you need to lift heavier. You need to train intentionally. You need to prioritize strength, but then you need to get your macros, your calories, and yes, even your cardio in check to reveal the muscle that's underneath. All right. So last but not least, my favorite lie and misconception is that calories in, calories out, you will lose weight. Now, is that true? You will lose weight? Yeah, you'll lose weight. What weight are you losing? You didn't think about that, did you? So you've heard calories in, calories out, I lose weight. However, what weight are you losing? Are you losing fat or are you losing muscle? And are you losing the same 5 pounds over and over again because you're at this amount of calories, which is putting you in a deficit, but you don't have your macros dialed in, or you're living off of protein snacks, bars, these food-like products that don't serve your body, your nutrition, or your gut health. And for anybody who tells you gut health and metabolism and how you burn fat are not related, please fire that individual. They need to go back to school or maybe get an education in general. All right. So I'm here to tell you it's not just calories in, calories out. This is the most oversimplified statement in the fitness health industry. Energy balance matters, but we are not calculators. We are humans with thyroid components, hormonal imbalances, gut issues, stress, sleep, you name it. And we all have different genetics. So what works for one person may not work for the other. And just because this person's caloric deficit with their macros this way looks like this and gets them the 6-pack doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You are genetically different from the person you are looking at online. It's as simple as that. So stop trying to copy other people's diets and find what works for you. So calories, yes, going to help you lose weight. Macros is going to be what you lose or what you gain. So for my men who want to gain muscle mass, those macros better be dialed in because protein's the building block. How are you going to gain the muscle if the protein's not where it's at? And for my women, if you're eating 1,500 calories but not enough protein to maintain your muscle mass, I have seen it in studies, in clinical settings, in body composition testing. You're going to lose that muscle. You're going to create a slower metabolism because your macros weren't in line with your goals, and the 5 pounds you lost is muscle, not what we want. So if calories can help you determine how much weight you lose, muscle determines what you lose or what you gain. Nutrients, micronutrients, and real food is how you feel, how you perform, longevity, and even has the aspect to speed up your results and improve your metabolism. If you are dialed in on your macros, dialed in on your calories, but it's coming from food-like products, protein bars, protein shakes, blah, 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 I get it. And even my clients rely on those things, but it shouldn't be the bulk of your food. Because if you are missing out on real food nutrients because you don't like vegetables or you don't want to cook, I have news for you. You are playing with fire. You might get the body composition you want, but as far as hormonal dysfunction, how you sleep, how you feel, energy, even mood is all tied to certain nutrients. And then your gut health, which relies on, yes, the types of foods you eat and micronutrients. And at the end of the day, this is what I teach my clients is the goal shouldn't just be weight loss. You should want to look better, feel better, be more confident, learn new things. This should be a lifestyle overhaul. And that's what this channel is dedicated to, because metabolic improvement is what's going to benefit you long term and going to help you keep the results that you get. And ultimately, if you don't feel good with these lifestyle changes, if you hate what you're doing, you're not going to stick to it, and then the weight's probably just going to come back on. So we need to find what works for you. We need to find what you enjoy, and you need to find benefits in a lifestyle overhaul that isn't just fat loss, although that is a nice positive I'm sure we all can agree on. So if you like this video, I'm Megan. Subscribe to my channel for more metabolic advice and comment about what you want to see in the future. Thanks, guys.